I like the way you jiggle for sure, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I hope you're doing well, mate. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here on the channel, man, where I see what's being said about Chelsea, giving you my opinion, more blah, 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 blah. What's happening? Well, I tell you, Chelsea depart from Roman Arbamovich model with new contract and bonus structure, so reports Matt Law on the Telegraph. A new way, a new structure, new beginnings, a new world at Chelsea Football Club. And how does that affect the mighty Blues? Kimpembe Koundé, obviously, being targeted. Timo Werner considering leaving Chelsea. Could we see Big Rom, Hakeem the Dream, and Timo Werner all go in this window? I don't know. Let's find out. Please do consider dropping a like on the video. That's very kind of you. Takes 1 second. Click. Oh, you done it. Have you done it? Subscribe if you're new, only if you want to, mate. The option's there, should you choose to subscribe. You know what to do, baby girl. Hit that sweet, sweet bell, yeah. Right, so we are citing an article from the Telegraph today from Matt Law. I will, of course, be citing, well, putting the link down in the description. For your consideration, it is behind a paywall, so you should go clickety-click, click. I'll be reading that in just a moment. Just an update, there's been a lot of Chelsea fans arguing amongst themselves about the Ute blood. Thomas Tuchel, does he hate the academy? Has he lied when he said that it's important to implement the academy? I don't think that's the case. Of course, it does look like Armando Broja wants to leave and wants to go to West Ham. Good luck to him. Your life is your own to lead, my young friend. Go score goals if you can. Although the story on Levi Colwill isn't as clear-cut. He's still training with the first team out in USA. He's, unlike, Gilmore, Vale, and now Broja. Everyone is, all those lads are gone. He's still training with the first team. Cy Phillips has said Levi Colwill is not pushing for a move away from Chelsea. His desire is to stay at Chelsea, and he's not demanding an automatic regular starting spot. He's just asking for a fair shot to get minutes, and if you ask me, hot dog, he's got a good chance of that. Chelsea are going to be playing in 4 competitions. Chelsea are going to have 5 substitute options per game. That's quite a lot. Therefore, I think Levi Colwill will have a good shot. So, yes, hopefully he stays. Even if we sign 2 replacements and, say if SP goes, we sign an extra 2 centre-halves, maybe Kimpembe and Koundé. Maybe we only sign 1. Yes, that makes sense. Anyway, Colwill done. Comment down below. Let me know what you think on that situation if you do have an opinion on it. And you want to express it because, excuse me, that's what we do here in Football Therapy. We encourage the community to get involved down there underneath the Stamford Bridge studio. Let's have a look at this then from Matt Law. Under Todd Boehly, Chelsea's new signings have been offered a more incentivized deals with Presnel Kimpembe and Jules Koundé next targets. By the way, Presnel Kimpembe today, this morning, reported that he might prefer to stay dans le Paris in Paris. Let's see what happens though. Maybe a deal will still happen. Let's read into this article then. Chelsea new owners are overhauling the club's bonus and contract structures in a bid to start rebalancing the wage bill and keep motivation levels high as Todd Boehly attempts to add Presnel Kimpembe and Jules Koundé to his summer signings. Telegraph Sport understands that Chelsea's new signings and transfer targets are being offered heavily incentivized contracts, which include bonuses for Champions League group qualification. You'd hope so. You'd hope we'd qualify from that. And 60% of games played across the season. Interesting. So if they play a certain amount of games, what's that? To keep themselves fit, to keep themselves incentivized to stay in the team. So it's you don't just get paid by sitting on the bench. You get paid by working really hard and earning your spot in the team. That's good. I also want to say that I think this is a good move. Harry Kane at Tottenham, this is a weird example, but a relevant one. Harry Kane at Tottenham has long since been on a incentivized contract that Levy gives him. He always got decent money, but not amazing money, but he got the money he's worth because he's scoring those goals, if that makes sense. He always had like goal and assist bonus, and he always met that quota. And we're talking about Harry Kane as one of the best strikers in the world, and we're talking about Harry Kane as going to break the Premier League records. Now, I'm not saying that's only happening because he's got these incentivized contracts. It may be a coincidence, but it certainly can't do any harm. And personally, I think this is a good thing. I think this is a well-structured thing to do. This is good practice, and it's good for the players as well, because they're going to be happier when they're delivering. But this is a departure from the old bonus scheme that was used during the Roman Arbamovich regime, when players were rewarded for winning trophies. Interesting. Abramovich handed out big basic salaries to Chelsea players, who shared a bonus pot in the region of £10 million for winning the Champions League in 2021. Ooh la la. But they did not receive bonuses for top 4 finishes. You should get bonuses for top 4 finishes because that's so important for club revenue. The winning culture fostered by Abramovich resulted in Chelsea collecting 19 trophies during his reign, but in recent years the approach had also had costly drawbacks as performances and results dropped in the Premier League once the title was out of reach, and mainly highly paid flops were able to rely on collecting the big wages without even needing to play. Like I said, riding the bench and getting paid bare peas. No. You gotta earn your spot to play in the team to get paid. Bro, I was gonna swear there, but I don't swear on the channel often. Chelsea's new Boehly Clear Lake owners are feeling the effects of that legacy this summer, and there are a number of players on large basic salaries who the club would like to sell and are struggling to find buyers for. You make your own decision of who that is, but there's probably a select few to go from. Boehly's decision to change the bonus and contract philosophy has also reflected in the fact how 31-year-old Kalidou Koulibaly was handed a 4-year deal. Players that used to be offered a role, so of course, in the Roman era, if you're over 30, you get 12, maybe 18-month contract. And I say maybe because that was at a stretch. Giroud came, we gave him an 18-month contract. We signed him in January, so we gave him a season and a half. And we were like, this is what you get because you're lucky. We ended up keeping him for an extra 2 years, did we? Did we have him for 3.5 years or 2.5 years? We had him for a decent stint, Giroud. God bless Giroud. What a player he was for us. Cult hero. Cheers to Giroud. I'm going to sip my water. Raheem Sterling was made Chelsea's top earner, earning just over 300k a week, and the England international will be among the top 3 earners in the Premier League if he manages to land all his bonuses. I'm very surprised to hear that he'll be in the top 3 earners of the Premier League. I guess the bonuses would have to be quite a lot, because off the bat, loads of people earn more than him. Apparently, Varane earns more than him. Apparently, Ronaldo will. Who else? Just a couple of Haaland and De Bruyne will. So there's a lot of I don't know. Let's talk about transfers. PSG defender Kimpembe and Sevilla's Jules Koundé, who has shot back up the list of transfer targets after Nathan Ake chose to stay at Man City despite having agreed personal terms with Chelsea. Interesting. Yes, I will join you, Chelsea. I've agreed personal terms, but I'm staying at Man City. Weird. They're expected to be offered a new incentivized deals by Boehly, who appointed himself as the club's interim sporting director. Playing football manager is Todd Boehly. That is also likely to be the case when Chelsea get around to offering midfielder Mason Mount, wingback Reece James, and goalkeeper Edouard Mendy new contracts. The trio are all towards the bottom end of the club's earners, because Mendy gets paid essentially what a second-team goalkeeper gets paid, which is mental. And Mason Mount and Reece James are both on like 60 to 80k a week, which is ridiculous as well. I mean, I would love that, but you know what I mean. They're all going to get new contracts. With Mendy collecting less than half of Kepa Arrizabalaga. Jesus. My word. My giddy aunt, mate. Less than half of Kepa. Mendy's getting less than half of Kepa. No wonder Kepa's like quietly... behaving himself on the bench. Yeah, you play, mate, it's fine. Less than half my wages. Manchester City operate on a similar bonus and contract structure to that now adopted by Boehly and Clearlake, who hope that over time, it will help balance the wage bill and get the best performances out of the Chelsea players. To be honest, man, if Man City have been doing it lately, just do it as well. Emulate the best. This is how it works. What's working over there? Cool. We're going to do that. We're trying to get Michael Edwards, the Liverpool sporting director. Get, what's his name from yesterday's video? Ollie Glick from Man City. And then we'll get some American owners. Get Raz Sterling in there. Mix it all up. And hopefully a Premier League pops out. Right? Science. Timo Werner, who has scored Chelsea's first preseason. He scored in the first preseason friendly against Club America, learning to speak English as I film. Is on around £270,000 a week, which is a big obstacle for any club who may be interested in signing him. You get top bants though. That's what you're paying for, the premium. What a good guy. Chelsea discussed sending Timo Werner to Juventus as part of a bid to try and sign Matthias de Ligt before he decided he would rather join Bayern Munich. De Ligt, that is, not Timo Werner. Although Timo Werner might decide to join Bayern Munich. Seems like a likely destination one day. Of course, he was due to join Bayern Munich before this Chelsea, and then Liverpool wanted him as well. All the big clubs wanted Timo Werner. Look, man, I'm not in the business of bantering Timo Werner. He's a great guy and has been an important figure in big wins for us. So why not love the guy, eh? Who needs goals? Werner is on Chelsea's tour of the United States, but has not dismissed the idea of leaving the club before the summer transfer window closes at the end of August. Asked if he would be happy to stay at Chelsea this season, Werner replied, quote, "I could be happy anywhere," end quote. Offered the opportunity to clarify his situation at the club, the German added, "It's hard to say. First of all, the most important thing is that I am happy. I'm happy when I play. I'm happy when I score goals. That is the fact. That's what I should take care of, and the other things will come." I genuinely believe he would be happy if he stayed at Chelsea and played some games, even if he didn't score that many goals, and even if he didn't find his best form. I genuinely do believe that. But I genuinely believe he'd probably be happy with a new opportunity and a new transfer as well. Werner claimed he has yet to speak with Tuchel about his future, although Chelsea's head coach was equally non-committal over the likelihood of the forward staying at the club after the victory of Club America. So Tuchel said this, quote, "We need to see, but everybody is responsible for their own situation. Dun, dun, dun. In terms of assessing why he did not start more under Tuchel last season, Werner said, "It's hard to say, I didn't ask. But I think, of course, the manager always has different ideas, different thoughts, and what you need in different games. I think many games I was not in his thoughts, so I need to try and change that. First of all, the most important thing is that I am happy. I'm happy when I play, I'm happy when I score a goal. That's a fact. I should take care of all the other things that will come." Yeah. Okay. We understand, Werner. You're very happy, but what are you actually saying here? Are you? It just seems like a diplomatic way of saying, yeah, look, I could be going, mate. Basically, Werner's insisted that Sterling's arrival at Chelsea has not changed his own position, but he conceded that he will need to play regularly to play in the World Cup. This is interesting because Christian Pulisic was recently interviewed and asked about this, I think, on ESPN YouTube, and he was asked a similar thing about Raheem Sterling and a place for the World Cup. Though I think for Christian Pulisic, he'd want to play more games because he'd want to stay fit and be ready for the World Cup. But I don't think there's very, very little risk that Captain America Christian Pulisic doesn't start for the US men's team, whereas Timo Werner probably doesn't have that safety net. So Timo Werner had this to say: "I think it's the same when Romelu Lukaku came here, and then we have that big competition up front. It's still the same. At a club like Chelsea, you have that competition. In pre-season, you can try and show that you want to play, that you are the guy that wants to be in the starting 11. That's what I try. It's quite similar to the national team in Germany. There are 6 or 7 players who play up top. At the top level, it's the same here. So in both teams, you have to compete for that position. More often, with the national team, we play with 4 attackers, which makes it easier. It's clear I want to play more, and I should play more to first be in good shape. Good English from Matt Law here for the World Cup, and I would also have a chance to play in the World Cup. And then obviously we did. Matt Law goes on here to talk about Billy Gilmore and Broya and Harvey Vale, which we've already spoken about. You can go read this article by clicking the link down in the description. So check that out if you'd like. All right, so I really want to get people's opinions on this. Please do comment down below. I want to hear what people are saying about Raheem Sterling, the other wide forwards, centre-backs. We're obviously going to be following the story very, very closely with Jules Koundé and Presnel Kimpembe as the stories develop, which they are today, by the way. But I want to hear what people's thoughts on the new structure, the wage structure, the bonus structure, and outgoings. Do you think Timo Werner should go? So please do. Comment down below, let me know what you think. I'll be really keen to see that. And thank you for all your interactions, like your likes and your subscriptions, should you choose to subscribe. Alright mate, keep it locked. See you very soon. Peace.